This is September 1st, 2025, in case you're not on the live session and you just want to know when we filmed this. It is a beautiful morning here in Montana, and this morning I'm going to talk about making the chemicals in your body for the different ways that you want to feel, whether it's a little bit more focus if you have ADHD, or a little bit more joy or peacefulness if you have a lot of anxiety, or you just want to feel happiness or what they call bliss. I want to teach you a really simple method of being able to do that. And I have to say, it's not going to be just me teaching this, because this comes from a lot of the work of a lot of different researchers. But one of my favorite is Dawson Church. Dawson Church is a little bit of a nerdy guy, and he can be he can turn people off, I guess, but I think he's great, and he does a really nice job with combining the research behind this, and I think he just does a great job with that. So you just need to know that whenever you are feeling something, first you think of it, and then you feel something along with that, that you are producing certain chemicals in your body that create that state of mind and state of body. So it's not just your mind that gets flooded with those chemicals, it's every single cell in your body. So that if you have some really healthy thoughts and healthy emotions, what you're going to see is that you may be feeling more peaceful, or just a little more joy or focus. And just a little bit happier. But when you are experiencing, one of the top ones is fear, but fear, anger, rage, pessimism, those also produce a whole array of chemicals in your body that affect not just your brain and your mind, but they also affect what's going on in your for every single cell in your body. So they're going to affect all of those things. And Kim, thank you for being here. I know you are there right now. If you have questions, let me know as I go along. So what I'm going to talk about, though, this morning is the work of Dawson Church. He is, on the one hand, he does a lot of things with spirituality, but he does it in relation to how your body expresses that and how you interact with that process in your body. And he also does it from the standpoint of rewiring your brain so that it is not always going to that negative state. So really, it's a matter of, in many ways, retraining our brain. And some of his work shows that you can actually retrain your brain, get new areas of your brain to function more effectively, and grow certain areas of your brain for that purpose within the span of one weekend. Because he used to do weekend seminars for this, and they could measure the growth in these areas of the brain that were being used for this process over the course of just a weekend. So it was kind of fascinating, some of the research that went into these early studies that he did. But so what we're thinking is that if we want to have a certain frame of mind or a certain frame of body, that we need to intentionally do the things that elevate those chemicals in our body on a pretty regular basis, to be able to see that now, instead of going into the negative emotions and thoughts, well, first it would be in negative thoughts, then negative emotions, we are now choosing to go into the positive thoughts and the positive emotions that go along with them. So this particular meditation that he has is on the internet. I think just look up Dawson Church, he does a lot of things with EFT, but this is not EFT. You could look up Dawson Church and Bliss Brain on the internet, and you'll come across the meditation that he gives out for free. And you can download it and use it. I know that when I did it the first month or so, it just made such a huge difference in that short of time period. And he says that it will. So, but in this, I think the actual bliss brain meditation is approximately 12 to 15 minutes. It's not that long. If you follow it along, he has it with some music and without some music, whichever way you prefer. And it's just a guided meditation. And the first part of it is just telling people how to do the breathing part of it. And the breathing part is based, again, on research that if we breathe in for 6 seconds and we breathe out for 6 seconds, that we get the most benefit of that particular breathing process. It's one of the most effective breath work things that we can do is a 6-second in and a 6-second out breath. Now, for some people, it'll feel like that's too fast or too slow. You can adjust it for whatever feels right for you. It doesn't really matter. And I know for myself when I was doing it, that the more I focused on how to do it, the more tense I got. So now what I do is I breathe in just a little deeper than a normal breath. And then you can hold it if you want, or just breathe out. And as you breathe out, you just let everything relax as you breathe out. And at that point, I don't take another breath. I wait for the breath to come. And that just seems like it comes automatically. I just have to wait and it just happens. And then I just follow it for the next breath rather than me trying to control it, because that gets to be a stressful thing for me. That's just my mind, the way it works. So adjust your breathing for this meditation with what he's saying, or adjust it on your own with whatever feels most relaxing for you. He has you relax your tongue, relax different parts of your body. There's a tapping thing that happens at the beginning of it, because they have found that when people go through this tapping process, it's almost like it signals your brain that, okay, it's now time that we're going to do this. It's almost like it's a signal to your brain that this is what you're going to do now. And so after that first part, then he has you kind of just connect to the universe, really. It's a matter of visualizing light and visualizing that light coming into your body, usually through the top of your head. You can visualize the light whatever way you want, because everybody's impression of light and what it does is going to be a little different. But just visualize that light and that lightness coming into your body from the top of your head, and then just flowing down through all the different parts of your body, kind of like a warmth flowing down through your body. And then he goes on to talk about how to connect to that source of that light and lightness, and to connect to different things in your own experience. So like things or people especially that you know and love, somebody who, when you think of them, you smile, somebody who just warms your heart, that kind of thing. Those people, you want to bring that warmth and light into your body and into your thoughts first, which of course produces the chemicals, and then it just will bathe your body in those chemicals. And so it's a connection, it's a body awareness that goes on in the second part. And then you begin to connect globally to things outside that easy person that makes you smile. So maybe it's going to be a neighbor that's not so familiar to you, or maybe somebody that you're just acquainted with that you don't know that well, and being able to direct that same thought and that same feeling towards somebody like that, and then the stranger in the bigger outer world, There are some people that then would connect to people that you are struggling with that are a little bit more difficult for you with that same kind of energy. But that's a pretty big step, and I don't think he does that in this meditation. So don't worry about that so much. But the connection first to yourself, and that feeling and those thoughts towards yourself, then someone outside yourself that you love and you connect with, and then beyond that, the bigger world and the bigger pictures. So, and then at a certain point, he will start to have you connect back into yourself again, and then eventually in this meditation, he will bring you back into the present. Because a lot of times during that kind of meditation, you get very, very relaxed and you do feel wonderful at the end of it. But you do kind of have to reorient yourself because it, with the breathing and the relaxation that's going on, you can get really, really distracted about where you are, what day it is, what time it is. And so at the very end of the meditation, he does help you reorient. So that's what I want you to think. I'll go ahead and do a meditation as a video of this particular meditation and put it out there. But in the meantime, don't hesitate to go on his website, Dawson Church. The website will be discussing Bliss Brain. You can download this on your own. It's free of charge on his website. He's really, really good about it. He wants it to be out there for people to use, and such a great way to just reorient and ground yourself for your day. At the end, he just has you open your eyes slowly and just take a look at what's in your present environment. Think about the time of day, the date that the day of the week and the date, and how your feet feel on the floor, that kind of thing. So it does help you reorient, but you are going to be quite relaxed at the end of the meditation if you make it all the way through. So we will. I just wanted to put that out there because yesterday we did talk about whether you can make certain chemicals in your body, and we do that all the time. We just don't realize that we do it, and we don't realize how we can do it, and do it to produce the chemicals that we really want, whether it's for focus or bliss, So, but keeping in mind that, you can produce those chemicals for those really nice states, but you can also be producing the chemicals with your other thoughts. And those are not going to be as healthy for each of your brain cells or your body cells. So we want to really know that our thoughts and our feelings are making the whole pot of chemicals that we really want for our body to be able to function at our best in our day. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to put them on even after this. So people that are listening to this later, I know it's a funny time, it's 11 o'clock a.m. on Mountain Time that I'm doing it all month for 30 days in a row. I will be here in person for people who have questions, but we will also look for any posted questions for the people who need to watch this later and have some questions. So don't hesitate to ask questions, and we will answer them tomorrow in the next video. And then, thank you, Kim. And then we will be doing I will be looking for the most relevant topics every morning. So if there's something out there going on in the world that I really need to address, I'm going to be doing those things in these 15-minute sessions. I'll usually present something at the beginning and then take questions all throughout, usually related to that topic, but not always. Sometimes people just give me an idea of something else that they have a question about, and we'll put that on the next video. So everybody go out there and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Natalie Gonzalez, integrative and functional medicine physician, and on the internet I am a coach and a teacher, and we'll love to have you back tomorrow. Okay, take care everybody. Bye.